Alright, boom, check me out. You and your sister are in the forest looking for a little girl who recently went missing. You saw her running through the forest and trees, so you run in after her. But instead of finding the little girl, you actually find an innocent bystander who seems to be bleeding a lot. She's hurt. You're trying to make sure that she's okay, so you walk up to her, but she's trying to warn you of the dangers ahead. And as she gets closer and whispers in your ear, a bullet goes straight through her head. Where did that shot come from? What's going on? Where's my sister? Let me go check on her real quick. These are the things that are going through your mind. As your sister starts talking to you, though, you notice that she's starting to sound a little bit too calm for your liking. So you turn around and you realize that your sister is being held hostage by your sister.
Nah, for real, who is that?
What would you do? What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mistyle Mangas. And now this is a very special one because we're going to talk about something that's actually going to be turned into an anime soon, and I got some news on that later in the video. But for right now, let's get into one of my personal favorites, Summertime Render, created by Yasuki Tanaka. Let's get into it. So the first thing that we usually talk about in this series is, of course, the world of the manga. Now, this is actually in the Wakayama Prefecture, which is an actual real place. This is real. You can look this up on Google Maps. Whatever you got to do, go ahead and do it because you actually might learn something new. I know I did. Now, Hitoga Island, this is the island that the story is based off of, but it's actually not a real place. It's just fictional for the story. Overall, though, the author really makes sure that you know the beauty of Japan is in this manga, and I really do love it. It really brings it to life. Everybody welcome Shinpei. Shinpei is quick-witted, headstrong, a natural born leader, and resourceful. Originally from Hitoga Island, he's an orphan returning back home from Tokyo, Japan to attend his childhood friend's funeral. Everybody welcome Ushio Kifune. She is country, caring, hard-headed, and determined to handle everything. Ushio is unfortunately the childhood friend who passed, but she's also the golden child of Hitoga Island. Everybody meet her little sister, Mio Kifune. She's super shy, clumsy, young-minded, and mostly selfless. Mio is the little sister of Ushio who has to welcome Shinpei home with a heavy heart as they immediately go to the funeral of her sister. Alright, everybody, welcome the greatest character in this manga, Nagamu Hizuru. Reserved, assertive, disciplined, and straightforward. She plays no games. She about that action. She pulls up, and she's basically the head honcho of the whole team. Alright, now it's time to talk about the old man in the manga. And you know, every old manga gotta have a crazy old man, but this is Nezu Ginjiro. Ready for war, paranoid, always with the contingency plan, and he's also the crazy old man, but he's always the smartest one too. Now, with every great protagonist is always his best friend. We have Hishigata So, loudmouth, sidekick mentality, goofy but serious when needed, and a true bro overall. Now, he is the second best friend of Shinpei, but overall, he's a homie. Last but not least is Totsumura Tetsu. He's the lazy, lackluster deputy, comic relief, and he's basically a whole dork because he's low-key the lazy cop of the island. Now that we got the setting and the main character out of the way, it's now time to talk about the meat and potatoes of this video. It's time to talk about the story. And buckle up because this is going to be a long one. Like all great stories, it usually starts off with a dream, and Shinpei is dreaming of Ushio because this is unfortunately the last time he'll get to spend time with his friends before he has to wake up into a nice, harsh reality of jumping into somebody's chest. Oh, he kind of cliche, but my man is gonna get slapped for it because he thinks shit was sweet right here, especially with my shorty.
Your shorty?
Well,
I'm about to slap the shit out you too.
All right, let's get back into the actual story though. The day is July 22nd. And Shinpei's finally back. Welcome home, hometown hero. He's overall greeted by Ushio's little sister, Mio. But they don't really have too much time to talk. He has to put his bags away, of course, and go right into the funeral where he has to pay the respects to Ushio, Hitoga's golden child. And everybody in town has really came through to actually pay the respects to Ushio because she died trying to save a little girl. And the little girl's name is Shiori. You know, she's just an overall hero because she's an overall sweet girl. Now So, which is Shinpei's best friend, has actually realized something about Ushio that not a lot of people know, but he has to keep it under wraps. Later that night, they're having dinner. Now pay attention to the scene right here because there are some things that are not looking right. After dinner, So and Shinpei are talking on the phone, and Sho is the family doctor's son, so of course he has done the autopsy of Ushio and has found out that she didn't die due to drowning. She died due to strangulation, implicating that somebody has possibly murdered her. The next day, Shinpei decides to help out Alan's shop. Now, Alan is a nice, sweet old man who basically took Shinpei into his home and family after his parents unfortunately left him.
Rest in peace, man.
Went up to heaven. Now, later that day in the shop, the cop, the deputy, lazy ass mofo,
he's a straight
wants
up
to come
bum.
in here, basically talk about how Shiori, the girl that Ushio attempted to save, has recently gone missing.
Yo, go do your
And then ask
job,
for his
bro.
usual.
What?
Mio runs straight out the door because she knows that something is wrong. She knows something that a whole bunch of people do not realize. That Shiori has a doppelganger. Sounds like Cap. And Ushio and Mio have seen it. Now everybody's favorite old man comes through to actually say it what it is. It's called a shadow. Shadow disease.
I don't know about shadows, but you better
That's
catch
what
a
we
fade,
called it.
mind your
And
business.
he's the only one who's technically seen one. But now Mio has too. But she's also seen her sister's shadow. And Shinpei, of course, takes mad offense because of all the things that he's heard from So, and now the things that he's heard from Mio, it's all seeming like a joke to him. But she's actually trying to calm him down and have him realize that they both seen the shadow 3 days before Ushio's death. So he calms down. He realizes that we have to find Shiori first to see if we can get some answers. So they head to the shrine of Hitoga Island. Now this is a place where people can come to, of course, when they're lost. And they actually find Shiori-chan. She's running through the bushes. She's running away from them through the trees and into the forest. And they're actually looking for her desperately, trying to get some type of answers. Maybe she knows something about these so-called doppelgangers. But they find somebody who's actually someone that Shinpei knows. The girl that he woke up into.
Oh no, they shot Sean.
She's gravely injured. She has bullet wounds. And Shinpei's trying to find out where she got these wounds from. And as he gets closer to her, she gets shot in the
but
head.
why her?
He hears Mio's voice. She sounds a little bit too calm for his liking. She turns around and realizes that Mio is being held hostage by Mio.
Hey, who the hell is that?
And he's stunned. He's shocked and saw him. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is, boy. But she shoots Mio and then points her gun straight at Shinpei. A shot rings out and hits Shinpei.
Man, how she
straight in
gonna
his
squad
head.
wipe y'all, bro?
Everything else just goes dark. Pure pitch blackness. Now, let me stop playing around. Yes, Shinpei does get shot and he does die, but he overall wakes right back up to the start of chapter 1. Wakes up into some chest and he will get slapped for it again, oh God. But overall, that is the first chapter of the series. Honest to God, does it make you want to read? Because we're about to get into the next section, why this might be for you. If you're like me, you love a good home team. And what I mean by home team, I mean like the author takes his time to build a lot of the characters who are around the protagonist to give them their own strengths and weaknesses, their own personalities, and they basically work together and learn from the mistakes that they had beforehand. Like, you really will see the struggle of these characters. And I'm not saying I like seeing people struggle, but I like seeing people grow, and that is exactly what this manga gives you. Another way that the manga gets me is the suspense. The shadows are gruesome. They do not care. They are here for one goal and one goal only. And the way that they get to it and make sure that it's done completely, they are gruesome, yo. The way that they kill these people themselves, basically, and have no remorse. They'll kill somebody and laugh about it and then smile like, damn. I can really do this shit. But overall, like, the way that they have the advantage over the home team really makes it scary, because you are essentially fighting yourself, and you would, no matter what happens, like, you essentially lose because they know everything about you. Also, if you're a fan of ReZero, you might be a fan of this manga series too. Subaru and Shinpei do share a lot of similarities between their personality, and they also share the same power, death by reset. I mean, I don't know if Shinpei feels the exact same pain that Subaru feels when he dies, but I do know that they share the same power. And now it's time for the overview. The manga status is completed. It's got 139 chapters, so of course you can binge it. And like I said in the beginning of the video, The anime and live adaptation is coming soon. Shout out to Crunchyroll for putting me on, because that really did brighten my day when I found this out. It is one of my favorite manga series from the past couple of years, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm really excited that we're all getting an anime adaptation. It really does deserve it. At first I was fine that we weren't getting it, but hey, I'm gonna take this great news the best way I possibly can. Stick around because I got one more piece of excitement before I let you go today.